in order to understand what a patient wants, you really need to interact with them on a personal level and lay out the treatment options and lay out the treatment in a manner that's very clear to them. It does take time, and it does take kind of sharing of your own personal experiences, and also getting the feedback from the patients so that you really know whether a particular treatment is right for them. So I think that's what I enjoy most about my practice is talking to patients and actually learning about them, and that is how I'm able to actually deliver the care as best as I can. I always thought, I'm the youngest of 3 children, so my parents, 3 children, and my entire family are all physicians, and so for me to survive and to get by, I kind of had to convince people, show them things, show them the way, show them the light, learn people, interact. I never got by with just making a demand. It just flat out didn't work, and so that kind of translated very well into what I do for overall in my career, and actually overall how I approach problems and how I approach people. When you present patients in a tumor board setting, and all the important questions and the tough questions are asked at a tumor board, you finally decide, well, what are the best approaches that are needed and required for a particular patient? What is the appropriate test? What is the appropriate study? What is the appropriate procedure? And then at that point you decide, okay, well, do we have it here? Oftentimes we do. But if we don't, then we send them up north. And so that's where, the importance of integrating your technologies here versus what you do up north are very important. I was doing gynecology rotation as a medical student, and we were treating a patient with cervical cancer, and there was a guy in the room who had radiation oncologist on his badge. And so I kind of stood next to him as the procedure was going on, and I started asking questions. I didn't even know that these guys existed, because we're just not talked about much in medical school. So, he started telling me what he does and all the calculations, and I'm like, holy cow, sign me up. I'm kind of shy in that regard. Maybe that's what they need to know about me. But I don't know. I'm a kind of a shy guy, so I don't know. Even though I kind of come off as gregarious, I really enjoy. I walk the halls of the cancer center, just as part of my day, part of my job, part of my routine, and I love getting stopped in the hallway, or I'll do the initiating. I'm the one that kind of initiated, hey, how are you doing, and talk to people there and kind of have a natural conversation. I really enjoy that when you can just stop and take time out and have a natural conversation with a patient. Everybody knows that I'm a Bear fan, so that'll generate discussion. But we'll exchange recipes. That makes the job worth it, actually. When you have that level of a relationship with your patients. I really enjoy the fact that Kenosha and Pleasant Prairie, we are a pretty good, decent cross-section of America in a very kind of tight space. I like the fact that I can see anybody that's any different background from any different place. I love that. Meeting different people, learning about different things. I just think that that's fantastic, and it's probably my favorite part about working in this area. I'm Kevin Khater. I'm a radiation oncologist at Ph.D. South.